Good morning, agents. Welcome to your tactical explainer of the Division Dispatch for June 28th, 2026. I'm your host, and today we're tearing into the Into the Dark Week 2 wrap. Now, it might have felt like a quiet week under the radar, but trust me, there are some massive shifts approaching that you absolutely need to be ready for. So let's just dive right in. But before we hit the field data, we've got some serious commendations to hand out. We just officially hit 219 active, subscribed agents in our network. To all 219 of you, incredible work. And hey, if you haven't yet, please hit that like and subscribe button right now. It maintains our operational support and keeps this vital explainer channel running week after week. All right, here's your mission docket for today. We're covering the Agent Sitrep, Operation Horizons launch, active ops, logistics, tactical routes, and wrapping up with our field debrief. Starting off with Section 1, Agent Sitrep and System Status. So, the overall grid is looking pretty healthy. Servers held absolutely steady this week, meaning no surprise hotfixes disrupting our runs across PC, PlayStation, or Xbox. You'll also notice the trajectory on Delta crashes is looking way better. They've definitely reduced since last Saturday's patch, though ISAC is still tracking them. Oh, and heads up on a super frustrating bug right now, your immune response passive modifier is completely failing to activate off medkits. Definitely factor that into your survival strategies until they patch it. Moving right along to Section 2, Operation Horizons upcoming launch and classified intel. Okay, we have to talk about this. A highly classified, literal 4-second teaser dropped Friday night, and the entire network is asking the exact same question. What in the world is taking us by storm this Tuesday? The footage looks insane, and speculation is just running wild. Are we talking a new event, new gear, or some entirely unprecedented threat profile? Let's look at how this impacts the schedule. Tuesday, June 30th, is the critical deadline here. Not only does the expertise surge end, but the highly anticipated Year 8 Season 2.1 officially deploys. Because the dev team is staggering things, Tuesday is the absolute focal point of the season. Post-launch, we're expecting a wave of bug fixes, fingers crossed for that immune response issue, plus whatever that mystery teaser is actually hinting at. Which brings us to Section 3, Active Operations and the Surge, focusing on those expiring windows. Here is the absolute bottom line. You are in the final days of the expertise surge. This limited time event is handing out doubled expertise materials, exotic components, and proficiency XP across practically every source in the game. It is an absolute goldmine. This is your headline farming window, hands down. If you need those multipliers, you have to prioritize this before the Tuesday reset. Don't leave those resources on the table. Meanwhile, Manhunt Week 2 featuring Scout number 2 is live. Honestly, it's a lighter week, completely difficulty ungated. Just remember, step 1, literally, activate your Scout before hitting your targets. Once that's done, clear your open world activities, hit the Georgetown safe house for a supply run, and pull off a clean dark zone extraction. It's straightforward, but you've got to stick to the sequence. Next up, Section 4, Logistics. Let's hit the supply lines and evaluate the vendor gear. This is a brilliantly strong week for our skill build agents, with prime targets scattered all over. Down in Dark Zone South, you can grab the TDI card custom for that crucial +1 skill tier. Over at Haven, Roy Benitez is stocking a Wyvern backpack loaded with tech support and skill damage. And seriously, don't sleep on the insult to injury over at the Castle Settlement either. But your undeniable buy of the week is sitting right at the White House vendor. It's the Impetus Chest Piece. This beauty comes stocked with perfect kinetic momentum and skill damage, and it's perfectly primed to re-roll into skill haste. If you are running a skill build, this is basically non-negotiable. Go get it right now. Also, don't forget to track down Danny Weaver for your weekly exotic, maimed item, and field proficiency caches. And hey, while you're optimizing, I highly recommend pulling up our Week 16 SHD training files. We did a massive deep dive into hybrid skill builds, mixing weapon damage or armor with skills, which is an absolute game changer for solo survivability. All right, Section 5, Tactical Routes and Mask Intel for your field execution. 3,300 plus. That number should be your absolute focus right now. If you want to stack over 3,300 doubled materials directly on top of your expertise surge gains, we've got the exact route mapped out. I'm talking about the Farming Friday Underground Tunnel Loot Run. It's this massive payload hidden right in plain sight. It's a completely fight-free route through 3 specific tunnel locations, taking about 30 minutes tops. If you want to absolutely maximize your materials before Tuesday's deadline without firing a single bullet, this is exactly how you do it. For the completionists out there, let's talk hunters. If you're going after the Neurotic Mask and that off-white key in your Trinity Church, timing is literally everything. You have to strictly follow a 3-panel sequence. Hit the first panel at dawn, the second at day, and the final one at night to spawn the target. Break the sequence and the window slams shut on you. Rounding out the tactical intel, here's a quick refresher on the enemy threat board. Week 25 focuses on hyena heavies. These are durable, close-range brutes meant to flush you out of cover. The best counter? Stay mobile and isolate them from their support. Also, for the lore junkies, remember our Season 5 backstories on the Rikers in Brooklyn? Unlike other factions, they're a pre-outbreak prison gang. Their control relies 100% on fear and force. Zero political ideology there. Finally, Section 6, Field Debrief and Community Questions. That wraps the hard intel agents, so now I'm opening the comm link to you. Drop your field reports in the comments. What are your wildest theories on that Friday night teaser? Which expertise surge route did you grind the hardest? Did that Georgetown safehouse step mess with your manhunt run? And for the Neurotic Mask, did you take the hunter down on a solo stakeout, or did you have to call in a duo for backup? Let us know. And that brings us to the end of today's explainer. Tuesday is rapidly shaping up to be the absolute biggest moment of the season so far, with Year 8 Season 2.1 dropping. Make sure those loadouts are optimized and your materials are fully capped. If any new classified intel drops before then, we'll make sure you're the first to know. But I'll leave you with this, agents. If Tuesday really does bring an entirely new, unprecedented threat profile to DC, is your current arsenal actually ready to survive the storm? Think about it. See you in DC, agents. Stay sharp and stay safe.